My bad, y'all, my bad.
So last video, we went over Absolute Bane and how much of a monster that he is. Bane is just bullied Batman, and now he's locked up in Arkham Asylum, or Ark-M. Darkseid probably cackling with glee, knowing that this is happening. This is also where we find out that Batman is 6'9", 421 pounds, which as I stated last episode, is insane. That boy big as hell. And even crazier, not only did he booby trap his costume, he had hidden weapons all over his body. It took multiple surgeries just to get them all out. Dude had gas, acid, explosives, sedatives, blow darts, blades, shurikens, you name it, out here using his body as an inventory. Now they thought that he'd be sedated for at least 2 days, but this is Bruce Wayne we're talking about. He was up and out of there in 2 minutes, and he used a nail that he had inside his own mouth to pick a lock and attempt an escape. This running motion kills me every single time. As Bruce walks, he passes multiple enclosures, like this giant egg, and this biome full of people turned into God knows what. Bruce didn't even get a chance to get away before Bane pulled up, saying some, "What's good?" and then he one-shot him. Subject 27 has been apprehended by the Prime. They were calling this nigga the Prime, bro. They had to take bro to the infirmary before they could even take him back to jail. Bane is actually built different, saying some, "Keep trying, please." He moving like Conquest. We also see some flashbacks with Bruce training with Waylon, somebody corrected me last episode. Waylon had a boxing match during this time against a guy named Bibbo Bibowski. I think that's how you say his name. And I'm assuming that this guy is Bane's relative, because if Waylon's own friends don't think that a 6'9" black man who has the same build as fucking Batman can't beat this guy, then I don't know who can. Imagine the basketball players in this universe. This has to be what the Kuroko no Basket verse is, bro. Bruce continues to survive in his enclosure. And at this point, it's been over a month. His mom has been looking for him, but it's to no avail. And inside Ark-M, it's been 45 days. At first, he stayed clean, maintained his environment, but after 20 days, he stopped. And by 30, he refused to eat, and he needed a feeding tube inserted into his stomach. And it seems like he has given up, but that's what he wanted them to think. We then see Bruce go crazy. When the doctors walked in, he started beating that ass. He took out his own teeth and turned them into brass knuckles and started catching bodies. Doctor over here was all like, "Please, Spear, I need this!" Just to get hit with an acid attack. Yes, Bruce was able to access his own stomach acid to use it in battle. His battle IQ is like no other. He even used his own toilet and pissed it in so much that he was able to make an explosive. It took him 3 weeks to do what I do in 3 minutes after eating Taco Bell. But with that, Bruce is able to make another escape. As he runs with that goofy ass little motion of his, he passes that egg that we saw before, which is now broken. Bruce makes it to a large wall, steps back, tells them to go to hell, and then after running, he drops some explosives and uses them to boost his jump and escape their scans. He then gets to a forest and he tries walking through it, but this is Ark-M. This isn't a normal forest, it's alive. It had Bruce looking crazy here. And I know I'm not tripping. Is this not Poison Ivy? What did they do to her? Darkseid turning baddies into eldritch horrors. Bruce is almost forced to deep throat the monster when, you guessed it, Big Bane pulled up, swatting the creature like it was a fly, and once again beating his ass. So close. Don't give up, please. Begging a man not to give up while giving a beatdown is wild. Some time passes and we see that it's now August. Bruce has been missing for over 3 months. But his mom still doesn't give up on finding him, searching. I feel bad for her. First she lost her husband, now her son is missing, and to top it all off, she lives in Gotham. Rent maybe $2 a month, but what is it worth? We cut back to Bruce, and he's now in the sorriest state that we've seen him so far. They got rid of the hair too, bro. Not the hair. I was rocking with it. Day 91. Subject 27 continues to show remarkable resistance. After 2 weeks of surgeries, he's managed to survive the full cycle, unlike all 26 subjects before him. And this really made me wonder, where in the world did they find 26 niggas that are built like Batman? Cause they had to be, bro. Sure, they didn't make it as far as he did, but 26 other niggas in Gotham that are built like invincible characters? The Absolute universe is filled with demons. While there were multiple instances where they believed that he would expire, especially during his craniotomy and brainstem insertion, did they lobotomize this man? But somehow, Bruce made it through. And he also has the same vein structure that Bane does now. This might be an insane power up. Is Bruce gonna grow 10 feet and start moving like Bane? I hope so, to be honest. He needs all the power ups he can get. Bruce's body is ready. All he needs to do is surrender his spirit. The staff is excited. They believe that he's truly broken, but Bane isn't sure. He wants to test him one more time, and they bring down his bat costume. Bruce turns away, telling it to leave him alone, saying that it's over. There's no winning, but the suit is calling to him. Didn't need to say a word to tell that boy to lock in, and he did, bursting through that wall on his own. A wall that, reminder, needed a doo-doo bomb to get through. Bruce runs through the corridors, same as running for him even with the bat costume, but this time he stops in his tracks. Monsters, abhorrent experiments of all kinds come his way. During this, we get a flashback. Serena, or like Catwoman, was trying to tell Bruce to get Waylon to back out because nobody thought he had a chance against the champ. But that's Bruce's day one. He can never tell him that. And later, we see Waylon ask Bruce, full honesty, do you think I can win? We cut back to Batman, looking at the monsters who are telling him to end their misery, but he doesn't know how. They say to make it stop, but then Bane comes in with that crazy kick. Nigga is so huge, dude. I just can't get over it. Went straight to full power and bodied this man. Look at this, bro. IG handle gotta be Bane, walk him down and send him to hell. We're more alike than you know, friend. I'm trying to save you the pain that I went to. That Bane backstory is gonna go crazy for sure, but it's gonna take more pain, he says. And he mollywops Batman, and this gotta be the craziest we ever seen him get done. Ass in the air, feet and arms going in different directions. Bro probably wishing he never put that suit back on. Bane continues to pummel him, saying that he'll thank him in the end. The doctors were already planning an extensive stay in the infirmary. That's actually disrespectful. Imagine getting the beating of a lifetime, and the nigga who's beating you is out here reciting ancient Greek literature. But then, something crazy happens. We see that the enclosure that Batman was thrown into was the one with the big egg in it. An egg that has now hatched. And the creature that popped out was this huge crocodile. Absolute killer croc. Never thought I'd see a creature bigger than Bane, but here we are. And he was working this nigga too. Slapped the shit out of him and flung him so hard that he killed his own teammates. The other doctors tried to escape, but when they saw him open that mouth, they knew they were cooked. Bro over here was looking at Croc like this. He knew it was over with. Batman immediately knew that this was Waylon. And this panel is wild. What type of build is this? Teeth going down to the armpits, and he got those gargantuan sized arms too. Waylon looks at Bruce, and we see the end of that flashback that we saw earlier when Waylon asked Bruce what he thought about him winning. And Bruce told him of course he believes he can win. He's Waylon Croc Jones. Now, let's get the hell back in the ring. And we see this nigga Batman riding Killer Croc like a goddamn kaiju. And am I tweaking, or does he have two tails? But this page goes stupid hard. These two were so locked in that not even turning into monsters could ruin their friendship. Love to see it. Bane finally gets back up and he continues that monologue of his, saying, it's not the strongest or most intelligent of us that survived this war called life, but the most adaptive to change. A quote from Xenophon Corinth, circa 400 BC. Time for you to change, little nigga, he says. Bane would have loved watching Isagi, the adaptation king. Batman was all like, shove it up your ass, nigga. That's Batman, circa now. He's so unserious, bro. And him and Waylon fly and crawl away towards the sewers. They have exceeded expectations as the Prime and I expected. But wait, who is this I? Dr. Arkham. And yo, why is she kinda fine? I do not remember Dr. Arkham low-key being a baddie. Maybe Arkham Asylum ain't so bad after all. But this leads us into the final phase of this test, as Dr. Arkham asks Bane if he's excited. And he says that he's elated because now he can truly get to break Batman. Ooh, this next issue is gonna be a banger. And just in time because that drops in like 1 or 2 days depending on when I get this video out. So I'll see you then.